Today we have the Big Dig taking place, which is a simulated archaeological dig for kids, so they get to try out what it's like to be an archaeologist.
It's an event where children get to excavate the remains of a Viking house and to discover a little bit about what was happening in that site.
We also have a real-life dig taking place next to it, and that's facilitated by UCD School of Archaeology and ourselves with some grant support from the Heritage Council.
To do it alongside an actual excavation just explodes the imagination even further. You can actually see what archaeologists are doing on a day-to-day basis, uncovering our past.
Our event today was called Go Biking with a Viking, and it involved us cycling from Reginald's Tower, which is the iconic medieval tower on the quay in Waterford, and out along the brand new Greenway.
It's a fantastic routeway. You get outdoors, you enjoy great views. But what we want to do is, I suppose, highlight the aspects of heritage. So it's everything from the River Shore, which is a special area of conservation. There's the whole railway heritage, which was built. The railway line was built in 1878. Most significantly is you have a national monument site just 200 metres down here, known as the Viking Woodstones site. Today we were doing a lichen and bryophyte and fungi foray here in Ardnagashel, which was where Ellen Hutchins spent the last few months of her life. She was just an incredible scientist, botanist, studying mosses, lichens in particular, and seaweeds. So we've just been trying to walk in her footsteps, really literally visiting the places that she would have visited and trying to look at some of the species she would have found.
We're doing boat tours and kayaking tours on the River Shannon as part of Heritage Week. We motor up to King John's Castle and Thomond Bridge, the Treaty Stone, and take in all the different sights and views. I'm 25 years used to driving over the bridge and not actually taking any real notice of some of the buildings, but some of them are just ingrained with so much amazing history.
We're in Macreddin Village, which is where the Brook Lodge Hotel is, and this is part of what we've done, the Brook Lodge Hotel and our neighbours, to do with Heritage and Heritage Week. Macreddin Mile started a few years ago as Pure Mile, and this is a local government initiative for neighbours to take on a simple mile of country lanes, tidy them up and identify. So we identified all the field names with our neighbours, and we put them up on granite stones, and now we have barcodes so that anybody walking along can use a simple app on their smartphone and find out the flora, the fauna and the field names and the heritage.
We're glad we've done it now, because now the next generation